Hey everyone, it's your girl TeraMichelle. Welcome back to my channel, Opinionated Scents, our safe space to discuss all things fragrance, whether we like them or not. Next up in our note series, we will be discussing musk. This is probably my favorite note, if I'm being honest, in perfumes. I love a lot of different things, but musk just resonates with me. So this is not going to be a top 10 because I can't do that. I thought that vanilla or rose or tuberose would be the thing in my collection that I had the most in perfumes. However, musk is just in everything. Smells different. It gives a different vibe. So what this collection is, what these choices are the different types of musk in my collection that I happen to love. But I don't even think I would know where to begin in doing a top 10. I can tell you what my top 2 are, so I'll save those for last. Let's go ahead and jump into the video. We're going to start this list off with the House of Giorgio Armani. This is Light de Gioia. This is a very floral fragrance. You have a touch of citrus in the opening coming from the bergamot, but this is all about the jasmine, and the gardenia. There's also white musk in here and woody notes. I'm going to tell you right now, it is the white musk in here that saves this for me. I am not a heavy floral girl. The white musk is what snatches those florals back just enough and brings in a sweetness to this that allows me to tolerate it. I didn't even reach for it this past spring or summer because I was going through this love-hate thing with jasmine. What I have discovered is that I do like jasmine, but just a certain way. This is a tad bit too loud, but when you get to the dry down, the white musk and the woody notes, I'm here for it. I'm here for it. So once those florals, it's not even the gardenia, because I love gardenia. Once the jasmine starts to die down and stops being so completely obnoxious, then everything is made well. So the reason that I chose this one, even though this is nowhere near a favorite perfume of mine, it will never be a repurchase. I know I have a lot of subscribers who love florals and who are obsessed with jasmine. So I did want to finally be able to talk about this fragrance for you guys. But most importantly, I wanted to show the magic that a musk can bring to a fragrance that I otherwise would not be able to stand. The House of Valentino brought us a beautiful Donna line. And this fragrance here is not for the faint at heart. So if you are not a supreme lover of musk and rose and lemon, this might not be for you. This is Valentino, born in Roma, Yellow Dream. I love this. This is one of those potent, powerful, dare I say, pungent musks. The lemon is very tart. I might even use the word sour in this fragrance. It's not zesty. It's not bright. It's kind of like an angry lemon because of the musk. You know, just a little bit of sass to it. So this is definitely loud. It definitely projects. I get a good 4 hours out of this where it's still like in the air. I'm not searching for it. The scent trail, however, lasts all day, and a work day. So we're talking maybe 9 hours. So it's much longer lasting on my clothes than my skin, but I don't mind topping up on my post points, you know, at that 4-hour mark. But baby, you know, this is something I suggest you wear when running errands, you know, going to the grocery store. When you wear something like this to work, you have to have your own office and be far enough away from people, because anybody with a sensitivity to musk is going to, you know, potentially key your car. So let's just keep it simple, keep it cute, you know, and know the safe places to wear what. I love this fragrance. I really, really do. I love musk though, so that's me. But I chose this one to give you guys a chance to see what a loud, pungent musk can do. I'm not really sure if you pronounce this perfume Alaia or Alaia, but I think Alaia sounds prettier. So, I don't know. I've tried all three in this line, and Alaia Nude is by far my favorite. This is such a beautiful use of cashmere and cedar and tonka bean, but it's that musk in here. It is that musk that is just so pretty. There's even leather in here, guys. Again, leather is a scary note for me. I tend to love suede, but leather and tobacco and think incense, really touch and go for me. But in this one, I just love it. This is so pretty. It's very like second skin, like, you know, it isn't an automatic skin scent. You definitely smell clean and fresh and beautiful, but it is just like a second skin, that type of musk that just feels natural to who you are, and maybe possibly you could actually naturally smell this way, type of almost ethereal, whimsical in its prettiness, type of just, you know, ness. It really is pretty. It is perfect for a work fragrance, especially if you're someone like a nurse or a teacher or someone who isn't trying to make too much of a statement or might be around sensitive noses. So that's Alaia or Alaia. It's not Alaia. I think that was like an Alaia flower or something. Don't give me that. I don't know. Didn't Karl Lagerfeld, you know, I'm not, because you know, okay. I keep going back to that Fleur de Pecher. If you've ever seen my video called It's Another Haul, y'all, me and that Fleur de Pecher from Karl Lagerfeld. Woo! Okay. And that has nothing to do with this. This does not smell like that. This is a beautiful feminine musk, and I adore it. God, I can never stay on track, I swear. Glossier brought us their very first, and I think still only, perfume, and this is called Glossier You. This fragrance here has musk, iris, and powdery notes. Now, this fragrance is actually called a second skin. It's one of those fragrances that reminds me a lot of Juliet Has a Gun, where you spray it on and everybody smells what they want to smell. And depending on your body chemistry and how you react to it, it's a different smell. And I know there are some people who don't believe in that science, but I mean, it's true. Every time we put something on, you know, it doesn't smell the same on the person next to us or the person on the other side of us. So this one here, though, it's just like, I just don't even, I can't explain it. It just smells like, again, this smells like, this has that watery, mineralistic, ambroxan, you know, just this beautiful rock in, you know, the purest water that you just pick up type of vibe. But then it gets on my skin and it just enhances the natural amazingness of me. So I adore this fragrance. I can't see me without this in my collection. And it's definitely one that you wear for you, because this is not projecting all over the place all day long. This is one that sits closer to the skin after about an hour. So if you're cuddling, or, you know, like I said, if you work in a daycare or somewhere, you know, where you don't need really strong, loud smells, this is absolutely perfect. Bvlgari makes some of the most beautiful fragrances. Their Omnia line is so fun and youthful and pretty simplistic, just pretty for the sake of being pretty. This is Omnia Crystalline Eau de Toilette formulation. This is such a pretty musk. This is like tea and musk and moss and just bamboo, and it's so zen and so just, guys, this is a fragrance that I always say, if you're going to be in cramped spaces like a plane or even a naval ship, if you can wear fragrance there, nobody's going to be offended by this. This is just fresh and clean. It's about as muted as you're going to get. It is just pleasing. Like, there's nothing off-putting. There's nothing wild and crazy. It's just a beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And of course, the king makes an appearance. Narciso Rodriquez. I could have done this list solely on all of the perfumes I have from his collection, but I needed to give variety here. So I went with the white cube. This is Narciso from the House of Narciso Rodriquez. Now, this is the most potent of them all. In this, you get your florals, you get your double dose of wood, because I do believe there is cedar and white cedar extract in this. You get your musk, and then you get vetiver. This is not for the faint at heart. The musk in this is truly diva mode, and so is the vetiver. For the longest, I thought there was patchouli in here. I thought it was just everything earthy and spicy they could find. And to me back then, patchouli was the embodiment of that, because I didn't know much about spices like that, vetiver and patchouli. And I actually sold this once because it was too much for me. I was like, okay, I can do all the other flankers. This one is way too much for me. What I have found is that this must be Arctic temperatures winter for me. Anything cooler than that, and that vetiver takes over. What I will say is this is one of the most beautiful musk fragrances I've ever smelled. What makes it work for me with all of the woodiness and the vetiver, because the gardenia isn't going to change too much. You understand what I'm saying? So for me, it's the musk. The musk brings this together. It just wraps itself around the florals and the woody notes and says, you know what? We're going to chill. And even the vetiver just snatches it back a little bit. Hey. Calm down a little bit. But again, not for the faint at heart. If you are not heavy on the musk, or you're not truly in love with musk, I think this is the cube you should shy back from until you play with some others. Get the black cube, the Eau de Toilette formulation. Get the Poudre. Get the Ambre. Although I will say this, if you get the Ambre or the Poudre or the Rouge, I don't really think that none of them are going to prepare you for this, actually. Don't worry about it. So just be adventurous and try it. The House of Mugler brings us a very interesting line that you either love or you hate. There doesn't seem to be a middle ground. Well, this one is probably the easiest to take. It is very beautiful. It is a gardenia and white musk mix again. There is some cinnamon leaf in here. There's green notes, and I do believe sandalwood as well. This is Aura Sensuelle. Such a beautiful fragrance, so much sweeter than the others, smoother, creamier, just pretty, guys. And the packaging doesn't hurt. These little hearts, I just love this entire line. This is definitely a very feminine, very sexy, very sensual fragrance. It's very innocently sexy though. This isn't trying too hard. This is just, I'm going on a date and I'm going to pretend that I'm an angel, but I know exactly what I'm doing to rope him in type of situation. Again, that's Mugler's Aura Sensuelle. This next one is a beautiful musk. This is from the House of Kayali. This is Musk 12. So this is my favorite from the Kayali line. When I say that this is beautiful, it does not project across the world, but I don't care. Oh, it's so pretty. It's so clean and like watery, not aquatic, just so light and airy that it feels free-flowing. When I think of free-flowing, I think of water. So just sweet. The note of freesia and the lotus in here just take my breath away. Sandalwood, vanilla, musk. This is so beautiful, guys. With the price of Kayali's, I can't justify, you know, saying go spend that type of money on it when I know it isn't a diva mode fragrance or a beast mode fragrance, however you want to, you know, call it. It isn't one that is just going to project and leave this scent trail and this sillage all throughout the day. But it's so beautiful to me that I don't care. I can't see me without this. For those of you who layer, it's a perfect layering fragrance. You could just make anything magic with it, in my opinion. Even though I haven't played around with it in that fashion, I don't need to. It is perfection on its own. I can't say enough how pretty it is. Yeah, okay. Next. I have not one, but 2 different videos where I talk about this next fragrance. I had my first impressions of it, and then I had the one fragrance for each season video. That's really the one you guys might want to look at when I describe it. So I'm not going to go too far in depth with this one, but this is Mont Blanc Signature. My first or second favorite purchase of 2021. I still haven't decided that yet, but guys, this is on next level, you know, stuff for me. This is, man, yo. Yo. I'm going to put in the cards the video where I describe this, and you will get a glimpse into what it does to me. You know what I'm saying? That's all I can say about this. Outstanding, perfection in the bottle, so pretty, so ethereal, angel wings and all that. I love that fragrance. Our final fragrance comes from the House of Lancôme and their Tresor La Nuit line. This is Tresor La Nuit Musk Diamant. The sandalwood and the white musk and raspberry combination in this, it is everything, guys. It is everything. This is so sweet and beautiful. The vanilla, the damask rose, like there's nothing in this that doesn't vibe like perfection. And if I take Mont Blanc out, because it is such a clean, it's not soapy, but it's just a different take, and musk just happens to be a part of it. The choice for favorite musk, just talking musk fragrance, is going to be between these 2, and I think this one wins. It's sweeter, it's more involved and complex. It has the raspberry note, which is everything to me. The vanilla and the sandalwood work together so beautifully with that white musk. And there's just something I love about this fragrance. It is for me what I want a musk fragrance to be. So is this, just in a different fashion. This projects more and lasts longer on me than this one, so that also helps. But it's that raspberry note, y'all. It's that raspberry note. This just gives me a full embodiment of how beautiful musk can work well with some of my other favorite notes. I could never say no to this. I'm obsessed with this fragrance. Again, that's Tresor La Nuit Musk Diamant. That is it for my musk list for you guys today. Of course, drop your favorite musk fragrance or fragrances in the comments. You know how we do. If you're still here and you have not already liked this video, please do. Also join the Terra Squad if you have not already. If you're already a part of the fam, thank you so much. I love you so much. As well as click that notification bell so that you never miss any of my future uploads. Guys, this fragrance note is just perfection to me. Let me know, are you someone who struggles with it? And if so, tell me the types that you've tried that you struggle with. Because I'm guaranteeing you almost, I could probably tell you a musk that works for you. They're not all the same, guys. Hating one musk does not mean they're all bad, okay? Anyway, I can't wait to see you guys in the comments. And until then,